reentry case manager for Peace Inc. I also co-facilitate a fatherhood program for Peace Inc. as well as Sumner Head Start right at the street. I'm not as well of a speaker as my two counterparts. They did great job. So I got some notes. My experiences with men, and have been great. Very personal because I was also an author that was in prison, wanting to be heard. So it touched me in a different way than everybody else. As well as meeting Michelle Alexander for the first time. Meeting Michelle Alexander was like a great experience for me because she changed like the perspective of my life. I once was a criminal. I viewed myself as a criminal. Reading her book and really understanding the messages she had in her book made me, have a new perspective of myself and my life, and how I my view of mass incarceration that I never really seen before. So it was a turning point in my life. That was about 2010. I was still in prison. I was in prison for 25 years straight. That was 2010 when I first read her book. I went to a prison and they had a study group on the new Jim Crow, Michelle Alexander's book. So I was able to, read her book, study the book with this group, and I was already in the process of changing my life and doing things, educating myself. I went to prison with no education. So meeting her for the first time was like emotional, passionate. Like I had, slides. That would go right there. Like it was a very emotional moment for me. It was like a closing the circle of my life, and really my jail dreams turned into reality. Also present were some of the other editors of Men. When we met Michelle Alexander for the first time, they had some of the same sentiments from coming to contact with her book before we actually were able to meet her. Being released from prison after serving 25 years, it was a daunting task that I was ready to really be successful for. I had a strong family, I had a strong community behind me, a great wife. So it was a little bit easier for me to make the transition home and be successful. I started as a volunteer for Peace Inc. I would go there and I created a goal setting program in prison, and I changed it a little bit and made it where I can give it to these kids in the community where they can embrace the goals and understand how important it is to have goals and to set goals. So I did that for a little while, and once they seen that I had this work ethic and I was consistent, even though I was a volunteer and not getting paid, they hired me as a janitor in 2021. I was a little overqualified for it. I had a GED. I already had my GED. I got some college, and I got a lot of training and skills. So I was overqualified with the work I was doing in prison with at-risk youth and creating these programs and facilitating the programs as well that I was taught by the Department of Corrections to actually teach. So I started with $12.50 an hour. I can't feed my dog and my cat with $12.50 an hour part-time, let alone me and my wife. But a few months later, they hired me as the reentry case manager. And we're part of the Honor Docket Task Force. I work closely with probation, and I'm the guide for these people when they come home. I know what it takes to be successful out here, and I help these individuals. I'm making almost double $12.50 now. Almost. I'm close. Learning what community is was important to me. I didn't know as a kid, as a youth, I didn't understand what community was. Being a part of community, learning to build community. This was essential in my rehabilitation. Without those classes and those small pockets of peaceful areas, even in a place like prison, they have these rooms and places where you can go and study. These programs are very important. We actually had I had a meeting 2 days ago with the director of Peace and other organizations, and they were talking about, and this is a little off topic, but I think it's important for y'all to understand the importance of these programs. Without those programs, without programs like Project Men and other programs, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. I'm a testament to the programs working in these communities, and you know, when people take them seriously. But I would like to thank Syracuse University CCA for Patrick Berry and his staff and everybody else that makes these programs available. And coming here and working with Project Ben is, you know, I get this community again to help other people better. I'm a published author. I published 4 books now, me and my wife. And we help and assist other people get their work out. It's a passion for me, a love. I would do it for free. I would do it forever. You know, I'm here whenever they need me. I would like to invite y'all to the launch party for the men book. It's Saturday, February 17th, from 12 to 1:30 p.m. At Syracuse Central Library, 447 South Salina Street. We have flyers on the side if you need them. And I'd like to bring Patrick Berry back. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Michael. That was beautifully said. I want to really just acknowledge the Center for Community Alternatives.